HarperCollins Children's Books presents Cosima Unfortunate Steals a Star by Laura Noakes, read by Georgie Morrell. The London Gazette, 13th of November, 1899. Price, 2d. Miss Doe strikes again. Lies of a factory boss. London's pluckiest and most mysterious girl reporter has once again proved that energy rightly applied and directed will accomplish anything. The young Miss Doe has used her daring do to expose the shoddy treatment of matchbox makers and secure better wages and treatment for the women and children. Read the full story only in next week's Gazette. Lord Francis Fitzroy, world-famous explorer, proudly presents the Empire Exhibition, held at the Treasure Palace, Exhibition Road. Gaze at wonders from around the world, exotic animals never seen before on our shores, ancient fossils of long-ago creatures, sparkling jewels discovered in our great British colonies, whirring inventions that will marvel onlookers. Opening Friday 20th of November. And see the jewel in the crown, the symbol of British might throughout the globe, the Star Diamond Tiara. Admission £1 from 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Vagrants, foreigners and degenerates discouraged from visiting. Read all about it on page 2 of today's Gazette. Meeting of the Institute, plea for cure for defectives. Under the auspices of the Institute, a meeting of interested parties was held yesterday on the subject of what to do with the permanently defective. Members resolved to hold their next meeting at the Treasure Palace next Saturday evening. Chapter 1. Cosima pressed her face against the frost-covered window of the ground floor of the Home for Unfortunate Girls, her breath fogging up the glass. She could just about make out a shadowed figure striding purposefully towards the front door. Muffled sounds drifted through the flimsy walls, and Cos caught the swoosh as Miss Stein welcomed in the mysterious guest from the snowstorm outside. The well-to-do ladies Miss Stein had invited round for tea weren't due for hours yet. Footsteps thundered towards the schoolroom. "Miss Stein is coming," Cos hissed to the others. "Hide everything." As fast as she possibly could, Cos creaked herself upright, her joints performing a cacophony of painful clicks. Activity buzzed through the schoolroom as maps were torn down from the wall, contraband items hidden hastily under loose floorboards, and Diya shoved her half-finished invention into the cupboard. Cos grabbed her walking stick, made from an old broom Diya had found in the back of a cobweb-covered cupboard, and limped across the groaning floor. She sat with a thud on a cramped school desk just as a peephole embedded in the door opened. A beady eye peered inside, glaring at the children. Cos tried to look as innocent as possible as Miss Stein's brother, the equally awful Mr. Stein, surveyed the room, counting under his breath to make sure all were present and accounted for. Cos glanced around at her friends. All were dressed in identical uniforms and hunched over desks, staring glumly at the old rope they were unpicking. "Number 1 back to work," Mr. Stein barked at Cos. "Miss Stein wants each of you to unpick 3 pounds of rope by tonight." Huffing, Cos grabbed the rope coiled under the desk and began picking apart the fibres. "Number 1, she thought mutinously, is not my name." She glowered at the wonkily sewn number 1 on her uniform. When a child arrived at the Home for Unfortunate Girls, they were immediately assigned a number. Most children were prized from their families when they were older, and their disability had become unignorable. But Cos, who had arrived at the home when she was a baby, was number 1.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?